like, when is it over?
That's crazy.
I'm not
Yeah,
caring.
like I can't. That's what I'm saying. I can't watch certain things. Like I just know better. Like I remember the last scary movie I watched, like
Mhm.
real scary movie I watched, was The Ring.
Oh,
That movie
what?
scared the
That
shit out of me,
was a
yo.
while ago.
That's what I'm saying. I don't. That was mad long
Yeah.
ago. Like that was like
You made up your
25,
mind.
almost 24 years ago.
You made up your mind a long
No,
time ago. Yeah.
I
You're like,
can't.
no.
That, but that movie was crazy. The first one was crazy.
It was crazy. I definitely watched about 85% of that behind my fingers. Like my friend was like, "Are you actually gonna watch?" I'm like, "I am watching between these two fingers." I was like, "I know me. I know that I'm not gonna be able to sleep."
I'm
And
so guilty of doing that. Yeah, I'm like,
that hanging in front of the face is gonna follow me for like.
I'm so guilty of doing that. That's so
Yeah, I
funny.
was definitely. I slept with the lights on after watching that movie for a solid like 2 weeks or so. I think maybe
Yo,
longer.
I had my boyfriend at the time. My bathroom was literally as soon as you walked out the bedroom door, it was right next to the bedroom door, and I woke him up to walk me to the bathroom
Tough one, yeah.
because
I'm
I
pretty
was,
sure.
oh my god, and I was young too,
Yeah,
so I was younger. I was
I,
still an adult, but
I'm
no,
pretty sure that the guy I was dating at the time, he was a heavy sleeper, and he was so worthless. Whenever I'd be scared at night, like he's like, "Oh, I'll always protect you," and then I'd be like terrified after we watched a scary movie together, and be like, "Honey, wake up! Wait, I'm scared." And
he's
he'd be
no
like, "No,
help.
roll
Yeah,
over."
he
And
thinks
I'm like,
it's
"All
a
right,
joke.
I will deal with whatever it feels like is in here with me in the dark by myself." It's like, if I have
Hilarious.
to run, you're gonna get left behind.
So,
Amazing.
but overall, this is all playing into how powerful your mind is and
Yeah,
how much control you actually have over your experiences.
so much
You
more
know,
now.
like you
So
have to
much.
protect your mind the way
Yeah,
you would a child. You know, just
yeah,
like how your parents wouldn't allow you to watch this stuff because they knew that you was scared, so they wanted to protect you. And this is the same way we have to be for ourselves now.
right.
You
Yeah,
know, and a lot of people have been forced to be tough and brave when really there's a part of them inside that's just really afraid and
I like that.
what
Yeah,
that needs validation and comfort
yeah,
and care,
yeah.
and that's where the arts of self-love come in.
Mm.
And to sum it up, the arts of self-love teaches about emotions, what they are, how they benefit you, mindset training, so you can start taking control of your mind using different tools, meditative practices, and now we got the posse balls. So the
Woo!
posse balls is part of the mindset training aspect of
Let's
it.
go.
So yeah, like incorporating all these things on a day-to-day basis is what loving yourself is.
Yes,
Like
yes,
you gotta love yourself. You gotta
yeah,
care about the way you feel. So now, if you meet somebody and they're not caring for you, even at the level that you're used to caring for yourself, then you're like, oh no,
mm-hmm.
you don't go below the threshold of how well you could treat yourself.
No,
And because what happens when you do that?
yeah,
Always regret it.
always, always.
Always, always, always.
Always like, oh my gosh, like, and especially if it happens again, like I think that at least for me, I see the lessons repeat themselves until I learn it. So it's like, okay, like you date someone and you're like, I don't really like that they do this thing, but you don't talk to them about it, and then you end up breaking up because of it eventually. And then the next time you date someone, you're like, this is gonna be new, this is gonna be different, and how is it like? It's that person's personality just in someone else's body,
Yeah.
and it repeats itself again into like, you know what? I need healthier boundaries. I need to love myself more. I need to stick with my standards that I created for myself. And I
Yep.
can't let anyone, you cannot. You have to protect your energy. You have to make sure
a
that
hundred
you make
percent.
sure, because we have to be the gatekeeper for ourselves and for our feelings. Yeah.
Yeah, like I remember in a situation where I seen a certain behavior from the person just,
Yeah.
and I was just like, a part of me was like, all right, maybe I could deal with it. Nope.
Mm,
It
no.
winded up being one of the things that was just like, nope, nope.
Nope. Yeah.
It's like you peep, and this is where I hurt my damn self, so I couldn't even be mad
No.
because
Yeah.
I
No,
seen it.
I saw the
I
sign.
I even was like, ugh, and I still kept going.
Right. You see the red
And
flags. When you see the red flags, it's time to run. But
Yeah.
yeah.
You can't be afraid to go.
Young people out here, please listen to us and believe that this is true so that you don't have to make as many mistakes as we did on the path, like
Yep. When the
listen
person
to your
shows you who
intuition
they are,
when they
believe
show
them the
you the
first time.
card. Believe them the first time and listen to your gut. Like our gut, whatever you want to call it, your intuition, your higher self is constantly letting us know, hey, like watch out for that, or you get a little tingling or a little chill in the back.
Butterflies means run.
Yeah, it can, right? So it's like, listen to those signals, and the more you listen to them, the more you tap in, the easier it is to make those decisions, the less
Yeah,
you're on your
for real.
yeah.
Like the first time, like you see something that you like, don't do it. Don't do it to yourself. You will regret it. Because also I've learned is that if people are capable of doing one weird thing, then you have to really expand that spectrum. Like, oh yeah, you could do a whole bunch of other weird shit.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. It's like the tip of the iceberg kind of deal. It's like, like I've never seen that before, but you better believe there's more stuff underneath that. It's not just like a one and done usually.
Absolutely. Like if you ever, go to somebody's house and they're dirty, nope, don't do it. Don't do it. Like if you go in a bathroom and it don't look like they clean a tub, nope, they don't care. They ain't gonna care about you either. If they ain't caring about themselves, they ain't gonna care about you.
Yeah.
Then, or as a woman, you'll be in there like, it's my job to clean it now. Like, you trying to be the good girlfriend and clean somebody's house.
You are not a maid. And if you're gonna be a maid for yourself first.
Facts. And I actually did a TikTok about this. I made a video where what you need, everything that you have right here, right now, is exactly what you need. Right? Because the saying goes that God is only going to give you what you can handle. Right? You'll always have what you need. You might not always get what you want, but you always get what you need. Right? So if you really truly take inventory of everything that you have right here and right now, this is what you need. So if a person is not there, if a friendship went sour, if something at whatever didn't work out financially, whatever it is, that's what you needed to happen.
Yeah.
And it's a
I think sometimes we beat ourselves up, and this is like tag teaming on this idea of like when you see the signs, where sometimes we have a hard time letting go of a connection or a relationship or a friendship, and when those ties become severed, just as we are given things get taken away from us, if you want to look at it that way, or things leave from our lives. And like you said, there's a reason for why things leave. Like we don't need that anymore,
Absolutely. Yeah. It's like that's truly, and if you're single and you're by yourself, you're with you, yourself, and you, that's what you need.
And it's a relationship as well, because the first and most important relationship we have with ourselves. Without having a strong relationship with ourselves, it's impossible to have a strong relationship with another human being.
Facts. Because you need the reference point.
Absolutely.
That reference point is very important, and you have to start with you. So anyone out there, if you're by yourself and you're feeling lonely right now, recognize that this is exactly what you need. And if you're feeling lonely, then that means you need to give yourself that acknowledgement of how you're feeling in this moment, validate it. Like, I could completely understand why I feel lonely. However, I am with me, myself, and me. Like, if you think about it, everything that you ever been through in your life, you was always waking up with you and going to bed with you.
Yep.
Showering with you, bathroom with you, dressing with you. Whatever it is you was doing it with yourself. So you're never alone.
Yeah. I think that's a really novel concept for a lot of people, because we live in a world where there's a lot of emphasis on connections. And like we said, the first and most important connection is the connection you have with yourself. But also, like, I love the idea of with yourself as opposed to by yourself, because by yourself sounds like loneliness, and with yourself is like, oh, like, this is a real thing that's happening here. It's like I can have a connection to myself, right? And then I was about to say something else. I forgot it. It'll come back to me. Go. If it's meant to come back, it'll come back. But the idea of being with yourself, oh, I know what it is. I read an article this morning on choosing solitude, voluntary solitude, which is different from feeling lonely. And so you can also reconceptualize this idea of like, well, let's say you wanted to be in a relationship, but you happen to be with yourself right now. When we have moments of solitude, it allows us to work on a lot of things that we just don't have the time or the bandwidth for when we're with other people. We can deeply think about our feelings. We can work on skills that we have been developing. And we make a lot more progress when we stay in a state of flow where we're feeling joyous and very much absorbed into what we're doing. And so these are all opportunities to develop and grow these things when we're by ourselves that we just simply cannot do when we're sharing time with another human being. And so
or concerned about another human
exactly
being.
So like being with yourself is a really, really excellent opportunity to grow and learn. And you don't have to judge yourself or be critical because you don't have a partner or a boyfriend or girlfriend at this time, because if you want it, it's eventually going to come when you're ready for it, but also because there's so many beautiful things that you can do in development of your own personal well-being, your mindset, relaxing, taking care of yourself. It's so important.
Absolutely. And for those that are with someone and they are not happy with this person, this feelings that are coming up for you with this person, what they're triggering, is an amazing opportunity to do exactly the same things you would do if you were alone, where you would take inventory of how you're feeling, write it down, even start taking, like, if your significant other pisses you off, instead of going after them, sit with that feeling for a second and explore, where is it coming from? What part of me right now is feeling unseen, unheard, and misunderstood? And give that part of you understanding, acknowledgement, and validation. And once you allow yourself to work through that emotion, now when you look at them, you can respond to them rather than react to them. You know, and then you could be more clear with how you're feeling. And or once you turn that light on yourself, the feeling might dissipate altogether and now the problem's over.
Right.
You know, because relationships are meant to be mirrors for us.
Yes.
So whether you're with someone or you're not with someone, you're getting an opportunity to work with yourself either way.
Yes. Yeah. Like being in a relationship or a friendship is an amplifier and
Oh yeah. Ooh,
right.
Big one.
Like being with ourselves gives us more chances to look at the things that get reflected back to us.
Absolutely. Yeah, like when you said that, I got extra excited. Like, ooh, oh yeah, oh man. I know one of my situationships, I could call it a relationship, but I remember saying this person is gonna be a hell of a mirror, and God damn, they was. Like, woo! I got to the deep depths of this internalized shame and guilt that I didn't even know was there.
Okay.
Like, it was amazing to me how this person would trigger this feeling of not feeling important or not feeling just like I matter. I mean, it all boils down to I'm important, right? And then working on those feelings, and it's bringing me to these moments in my life where I was shamed or guilted by my parents, you know, or a situation where somebody, you know, you should be ashamed of yourself, you know, type of thing. Where, and I was like, wow, like it bugged me out, but I was so grateful that it came up because it gave me an opportunity to work on it. And once it was gone, I was like, I don't even want this person no more.
They're lost. Yeah, I love that. And I love how you say grateful, because I think that a lot of us believe that when we have a quote unquote negative emotion, that it's just bad, you know. But as you've been saying, like all of our emotions are important, and our emotions teach us about ourselves and teach us about what we need to do to heal. And we can be grateful even for something that on the surface seems negative, but everything is for our good, you know. So even when we're experiencing these challenging emotions and going through tough times in our lives, on the other side of it, maybe not immediately, we will eventually figure out why we needed to go through that so that we could grow and become the next best version of ourselves.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, and like you said, where we have people have been programmed with this idea that feeling your emotions, oh no, I don't want to feel that. Like, oh
Right.
no, wait,
Anything
I
like
can't
that.
be feeling that. No, no, no. You are, by pushing that aside, you're pushing yourself
Mm,
aside, because that
right.
emotion is a part of you. It is you. It's an aspect of you that's
Hmm.
coming to surface, and you're like, oh no, I'm not trying to deal with that. And now you try to bring your attention elsewhere. Like, you're
Yeah.
literally abandoning yourself,
Yeah.
complaining about other people abandoning you.
Right.
So people, what you're experiencing is going to be a direct reflection of what you got going on with you. So if people are rejecting you or abandoning you or ignoring you and not fulfilling your needs, then that's a direct reflection that you are also doing those things to yourself
Hmm.
by I don't want to deal with that feeling, that uncomfortable thing that just came up. Like, but this is literally you coming up.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
this
not
is
some
literally part of you.
separate. It's not
Hmm?
some alien thing. It's a part of us, and it's there to show us something that we need to know.
Yeah, for real. Like, this is a part of you that's been screaming and crying for resolve
Mhm.
since it first became distressed.
Right.
And that could have
Especially
happened when you was 3 years old, when you was
especially if it's
2 years
something,
old.
yeah, that you keep pressing down. Like the more you press it down, the louder it gets. Like,
Mm,
it might start off as like a little ding dong, like doorbell kind of thing. Then
yep.
the more you push it down, the more it's like, okay, there's a fire truck, screaming for my attention.
And then
Yeah.
it'll turn into a dis-ease.
And that's when it gets really scary,
Because your
especially.
body will start to give you signals, just like you could tell if you're in a relationship with someone that's not good for you, if your
Mhm.
body starts to react to it. Like,
Right.
I would
Fatigue.
say,
Right.
one of
Yeah.
a relationship I was in, my eye started messing with me. I ain't never had a problem with my eye before.
In what way? Like twitching or something? Or
No, like, it was drying up.
oh no, what?
Like, my eye just kept like getting dry for no reason, and it started getting painful. I'm like, how is that? And then other things dried up too, and
Oh
that's
wow.
not normal. So, like, my body was reacting
Yeah.
to this person, and also I was having issues with my digestion, which is, letting it go, because I knew I needed to let the situation go, but I still kept, no, maybe I need to humble myself or something.
Mm,
Nope.
mm,
Nope.
yeah.
I just played myself more and more and more. But as soon as I let that situation go, everything went back to normal. My
Woo!
eye went back to normal. My digestive system went back to normal.
Right.
Everything that stayed moist as it should be. Like, but seriously, like, your body gives you signals, even if you want to be in denial about it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
It's
And
crazy.
I think I was telling you earlier, I was once in a relationship where some things would happen, and I think there was a part of me that was like deeply afraid of losing the relationship. I was like, well, what am I gonna do without this relationship? I'll be by myself, and so I clung to it, and then I would get into these situations where I felt like there was something I needed to say, and I was afraid to say it because I was afraid of losing the relationship. And then I would start having like the most intense sore throat, and it would hurt so much that I figured out like the problem that I'm experiencing is that there's something that's literally stuck in my throat. It's my words. It's something that I need to express. And when
Hmm.
I would say those words without worrying about what the result would be, I would immediately start to feel better. Like I went from needing like to go to the drugstore and buy like 3 different things to like soothe my throat to being completely fine. And like
Yeah,
as soon as I released those words. And then it was kind of like, that taught me too, in terms of a relationship, like it's so important to express your truth. You cannot hold these things in. The words come to
absolutely.
you for a reason. They need to be spoken. They need to be said, and let the chips fall where they may, because it's for your good. Once
Yeah.
again.
And
Yeah.
if you speak in your mind to somebody ends the situation, then they was never there for you in the first place.
Or they were there for you to learn that lesson, and then now it's time to release and receive something new. So, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And we were even talking about where um the things that you want to manifest, all these great amazing things that you want to manifest are trying their hardest to get to you.
Mhm.
But if you're not experiencing them, it's because you're pushing them away.
Right.
And you're pushing them away by putting up the umbrella of the old belief
Right.
of holding on to things that don't serve you.
Right.
You know, if you don't let certain things go, you're
Mhm.
not going to allow the things to come in because you're literally holding it back.
Right.
You know, that's when the saying goes, you get in your own way.
Right.
Like you're getting in your way of your blessings by focusing on your stresses.
Mhm.
Ow, that rhyme. Ow.
Right.
So, but seriously, like we have to release and allow, you know, surrender,
Mhm.
you know, or the submission that people should be focused on is the submission to within themselves and the
Mhm.
process.
Yes.
You know, submit to the process. Like I have one of these written on my board: forgive and allow people to be exactly who they are,
Mhm.
and just allow everything to be,
Yeah.
and be grateful for whatever's you can. Because one of the best things I love that Bashar even says, and this is so true, it's not about what happens, it's about what you do with what happens.
Mm. Mm.
So no matter what's happening in your life, how you feel about it, how you define it,
Right.
and what you do with these things, the next steps that you take,
Mhm.
that defines what that experience will be for you.
Yeah. And I love that too, because that links back to gratitude, right? So we could have something happen to us. It could be not what we wanted. It could be not what we expected or planned for. It could be something that we originally perceive as negative. But the way we frame that and shape that in our mind in terms of how we're going to move forward from that moment changes everything. It can change
Yeah.
everything. Yeah. And we can
Yeah.
have gratitude for things that when they first happen, we're just like, the world is ending. But later on, we see why we needed to have that experience because of the way that we grow because of it.
Yeah. And for the cynical people out there that's just been beat up and beat down by life and they're like, ain't nothing to be grateful for. Okay. In this moment, just be grateful. Like, just find little things,
Small.
little things. Just be grateful for the fact that you could take in a deep breath and exhale.
That you woke up this morning.
That you woke up,
Yeah.
or that in this moment you was able to listen to and watch me and Veronika speak on these things. You know, be grateful that we woke up this morning for you to have this experience. Okay. You
Yeah. My
know, but
producer has a saying that I didn't really understand at first, and maybe I'm dense, but he says another day above ground, which means like you're alive, you know?
yeah,
And
yeah.
every day that we're alive, we have a chance to start over and do something new or differently and learn
Hmm.
from our experiences and continue to grow as humans. So
Yes, there's
we're
always
all blessed.
something to be grateful for. Always be grateful that you seen the bird get their worm. You know, it don't even have nothing to do with you. Be grateful that the earth is still spinning on its axis at the perfect rotation for the day to exist. You know, like
Yeah,
just start off small. Don't have to be huge. You
right.
know, don't jump to, oh, I'm so grateful for this pain that I went through. Nah, you ain't ready for that.
Not yet. Not yet.
You ain't ready for that.
Not when you're in the thick of it, but
Nah, not in the thick of it. In the thick of it, you have to be. I'm so grateful that right now I am acknowledging that I'm having this feeling.
yep. 1,000.
You know, I'm so grateful right now that a part of me is even showing me that I'm having this feeling right now. So now I have an opportunity to soothe myself.
Yes. Yes.
You know, like, I'm so sorry. Or like really treat yourself like a little baby, like, oh baby, or like imagine yourself giving yourself the loving and the caring and all the things that you've always wanted.
Put baby you on your knee, hold them, give them a hug, rub
Mm-hmm.
their back, pet their
Yes, allow you and baby you to cry.
yes. And
Like,
console each other.
the stigma with crying is so crazy. Like,
It's crazy.
even for men, like they teach men not to cry. Crying is a cleansing of the soul. Like,
A
you
relief.
need to cry.
Mhm.
Like, not allowing yourself to cry, especially if you feel like you want to cry and you stop yourself from crying.
Yeah.
Like, no.
Yeah. Another
Like,
type of
crying is
constipation.
release.
Yeah.
What?
Another type of constipation. Yeah. And
Yeah, absolutely.
I heard somewhere, I read somewhere in it wasn't a scientific journal, but it was like a science article that when we cry, there's different chemicals that are released when we
Mm-hmm.
cry when we're happy versus when we cry when we're sad. And the things that we cry, the things that come out when we cry when we're angry or sad, those are things your body needs to get rid of. So when you
Yes.
don't cry, they can't come out.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes, absolutely. Like I've been catching a lot of snippets of Shaq talking. Shout out to Shaquille O'Neal.
Hey.
He's out there doing amazing things for people. I wish I could meet him. And he speaks about how he's only cried a handful of times in his life, and that he refuses to, be that vulnerable and allow himself to cry. And I'm like, I wish I could work with him so bad, because there's so much unresolved parts of him that
let's get him on here
he
and
needs
I'll
to
cry
integrate, that it would be so helpful for him.
together.
It's like a part of me just wants to give him a big hug. Like, I mean, even though he's mad big, just hug him like, oh, like I get not like I'm, being any mean or anything, but like really, like Paul, seriously, he needs a good cry.
Yeah, we all need to cry. I think that's definitely something that I've been working on. Like I have these weird like crying goals where like seriously, I have my goal is like, because I cry a lot out of happiness, or like sometimes I just see stuff and I'm like, that's beautiful and it makes me want to cry. And I'm trying to get to the point where like I can be in public and like cry about something that makes me happy without tearing up my face and making one of those like ugly cry faces. And like I had a day once where it happened where I was like, my face stayed still and then like, the tears just came out. It was like, it was such a wonderful experience to not be like, because it's like I would cry more in public if I didn't.
If it wasn't that ugly cry face, right? Where it gets to a point where your nose is running, your eyes getting puffy.
I've also had an experience once at my friend's wedding. I was trying so hard not to cry that all of a sudden my nose just started dripping. My tears rerouted themselves through my nose because I refused to let them go. And I literally was like,
oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, let yourself cry. It's good for you.
Yeah. I mean, shoot, I think I probably do get and it's not a full on type of cry, but just a moment of release at some point in my day, like where I'm connecting with myself and maybe I'm feeling anxiety in that moment, so I'll just tune in with that part of me and deal with it the way I usually do, which is acknowledge it, then show it compassion, apologizing that I completely understand why you feel this way and I'm sorry that you feel this way, and until I get to a point where it shifts, I'll get a little cry out, and then I feel better, and then the rest of the day goes groovy.
Right. Yeah, me on this crying journey of my own design, I sometimes have these moments where like I'll get emotional about something and I'll be like, I don't think I'm gonna cry, and then the tears I'll be like, my face, I am crying. I'm like, I guess I feel more deeply about than I thought I did. Like I have to acknowledge in that moment, like, oh, this is like really moving me.
Yeah.
Also,
I mean, and it also depends on the time of the month, because I know when I'm close to my cycle, everything makes me cry. I feel like such a big baby.
Things. I tell people all the time, like, I know it's about to be that time of the month when if I watch a movie or something and it's like a boy will like pet his dog and be like, oh, Bobo, you're my best friend. I'm like, whoa, so beautiful. I'm like, it's coming. It's like 3-day countdown.
Like just bawling out of nowhere. And I remember catching myself like, oh, look at you. You're so emotional. That's so cute.
That part.
That hilarious. But I mean, this is part of being emotionally intelligent, where you allow yourself to have this purge, so to say, like, and a healthy and what's the word I'm looking for, where you're not outside trying to kill murder. It's like this is an isolated with yourself and you time, and you allow yourself to just go through that. Like, just think of it as ocean. You're in the ocean and these waves are just doing this thing, and you have to learn how to surf on these waves. You learn to surf, or you're gonna be constantly trying to
doggy
paddling. Doggy paddling, going underwater. Oh my god. Like, nah, you gotta learn how to float.
And also, I really, really think that we need to normalize crying for men, because men need to cry too. And this idea that men shouldn't cry is ridiculous, because they're human with emotions as well. And
Yeah.
stigmatize people for doing things that are natural to them. That is why we have these problems. This is why people are exploding with rage and massively depressed, and they feel like it came out of nowhere. It's like, no, because you have to let yourself feel your feelings.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of their resentment against women is because they haven't been crying. You know, you haven't allowed yourself to cry out all these feelings, so the person closest to you is the woman, so now it's her fault. Like, no, these are your feelings and emotions that you need to learn how to release and process, so that you can release them. And once you release them, now you can see her as being your helper and your mirror, and you know, all the other awesome things that women are.
And guys, like, you know, crying envy is a real thing. Like, women allow themselves to cry, and I think there's a part of men that go like, I wish I could do that too. Well, you can. But we need to normalize crying for men.
Yeah,
we need
normalize
to
it.
help with the process, you know, like, especially if you're with a man and you someone who feels like you express yourself as a female, to allow a man to cry without shaming him, without saying like, what's wrong with you, or like telling them that
Oh, don't cry.
or telling someone like you shouldn't do it, right? Like, let's all normalize it for each other.
Absolutely. Yeah,
We can have
like
a healthy balance of emoting and expressing our emotions.
you got to let that energy flow. Like, people, this is literally emotion, energy in motion. Like, it's literal energy moving through your body. And when you stifle it, it's not going to feel good.
Yeah, you don't want to be a pressure cooker. You got to let it flow.
I love that analogy. Actually, the other day I don't know, maybe it was the Mercury retrograde or whatever. I don't know. I was just moody. And I was saying to my coworker, I'm tired of this. I don't want to do this. And I was like, he was like, oh, you know, I was like, just let me vent, damn it. I was like, I'm like a pressure cooker. And I'm just letting out a little bit of
let the steam out.
Let me right now. Let me cook. Hold up. I'll be okay. Woo! I'll get over it. I just need this moment.
Yes.
So, but yeah, this is it all circles back around to self-love.
Yes.
Mindset training, you know, learning your mindset, learning to pay attention to what you're thinking about, you know, become the witness, watching your thoughts go by like the clouds in the sky, and you're like, I'm thinking some wonky things. You know, like half of the things that we hold against ourselves don't even make any sense when you really think about it.
You're like, why am I doing that? Where did I get that from? That's not mine.
The biggest thing is caring about other people's opinions.
Oh my goodness.
Because you're like,
you say everyone has opinions. Or what does it say? Opinions are like armpits. Everyone has them and most of them stink.
I like that one. I like that one. But not everybody has opinions.
I don't think my armpits stink.
But unless if their opinion is directly affecting your bank account, then their opinion really don't matter.
Don't matter.
It doesn't matter. And on the flip side, if you're getting, especially, you know, somebody that's out in the social media world or the podcast world, and you're getting all these negative comments, you're still getting energy. You know, it's still energy either way. Like, okay, you know, that's why I say no bad news. There's no bad news. Any news is good news.
Yeah, there's no such thing as bad news.
Yeah, all news is good news. So it's gonna bring some type of attention to you. But you know, that just depends on where you want to go. Like, I seen a video of Ray J crying about because he had the video, and you know, with Kim Kardashian, how that put like a stigma on his name or whatever. Like, dude, you got rich off that. Shut up.
It's like, stop playing.
Shut up.
Who's that?
And he was like, oh, I couldn't get certain roles, and I couldn't, you know, be allowed to do certain things because they looked at me as nasty. Because you are. You know, just like, you know, with Diddy, like, people seeing how nasty you actually was, like, all the time.
I refuse. His name will not pass.
Like, you've been these things. Now it's just coming to light. And Ray J, we seen it early on that you was doing too much. So, yeah. That's what it is. But I know it's about, we're getting close to that time. We got to wrap it up. And, you know, I hope everybody enjoyed today's episode. Vibrations and Conversations. And
Yeah.
please, if you're interested, posseballs.com,
Oh,
get
the
your
check it.
positive roll on,
Let's go.
roll, read, and receive the positive messages that you need.
The three
And
R's.
yeah, till we do it again next time, I'm your girl, Wendy Zizzo, here with Veronika Dailey, and this is Vibrations and Conversations, guys. Enjoy.
Oh wait.
Peace.